coming off the bench. Mike D'Antoni wants him to play more power forward and Gasol to get a chance to play more center, so they're going to stagger the lineups. You'll probably see Meta come in as early as the 6-minute mark to replace Gasol, who would then come back in for Howard. So that's kind of the idea. It looks like Jordan Hill and Antoine Jamison maybe out of the immediate rotation for a little bit, Stu, as they want to get Meta a little bit better look at that spot. So we'll see how it works tonight.
Yeah, we'll get a good indication tonight how it's going to look, but overall the consistency with their rotations is the key.
And Jordan Hill's been bothered by the back spasms. Immediately an entry pass from Pau Gasol to Dwight, and Dwight's going to get 2 free throws in the first 11 seconds.
Something that, of course, I mentioned a couple of games ago that Dwight hadn't seen in a while is that high-low situation. Laker coach Mike D'Antoni smiled on his face to start the game. Hopefully it's there to end.
Yeah, he's talking about spacing, ball movement. Sometimes he says it's like we were wearing 2 left shoes trying to dance, and it just doesn't work. Here's Dwight. Hasn't been to the free throw line, as Stu mentioned, too much. Made all 3 free throws in their last game. He's 7 of his last 11, make it 8 of his last 12. Mike Dunlap, who is he? Well, he's an LMU grad, and he spent the last 2 years under Steve Lavin at St. John's. In fact, he was the acting head coach last year in all but 4 games because Lav was recovering from his prostate cancer surgery. He was 2 years an assistant in Denver and also a former head coach at Cal Lutheran, and the crowd eats up the fact that Dwight's got 2 free throws.
Yeah, well, they understand his struggles from that position, and knocking down his first 2, good sign for Dwight, because I think it leads to his confidence being there later on.
Lakers hammered this team last year in their only meeting, 106-73. Scramble for the basketball. Here's Mullins. He will shoot the 3. He does and knocks it down. Boy, he can really stretch the floor.
I mean, he shot that one like a guard who leads the league in percentage from three-point land. That was confidence.
He started 26 games this year. The previous 2, just 20. Rather, last year he started 26 as the shot is made by Devin Ebanks. Here's Mullins with Pau in front. It's going to be interesting to see the energy that Pau has and the lift. That shot is way off by Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, Biyombo that time had no clue what he was going to do against Dwight. Ended up shooting basically an air ball.
Pau Gasol looking for some mid-range magic, and that one is dropped out of bounds by Biyombo.
He mistimed his jump just a bit, but showed some bad hands on the rebound attempt. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come from Biyombo.
Well, Biyombo held the distinction of the youngest player in the league last year. This year, it's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist who is in the game. Corner, looking for 2 in a row. Ebanks way short, and Dwight can't control. That's going right to the Bobcats. Closed captioning tonight is being brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Get a quote at mercuryinsurance.com.
Air ball with nobody within 10 feet of you. Come on, Deb, you know you're a better shooter than that.
Yeah, started again the other night, was 0 for 4 from the floor.
Yeah, but he made his first one tonight.
I know he
so
did.
That should have been a little bit of a confidence builder.
Yeah, woefully short. Here's Mullins. Now he's posting up, so showing his versatility. Pretty good defense by Pau. That's a tough shot, and Mullins has hit 2 in a row.
That was a real tough shot. What a pass by Dwight. Just about took Chris Duhon's head off.
Can get some velocity on there. Mullins, 4th year out of Ohio State. Here's Dwight Howard. Remember, Steve Nash back maybe, and I mean maybe, probably not Saturday, more likely on Christmas Day. Good bounce pass. Pau's underneath. Pau puts it up, misses. Dwight cleans it up, and he misses, but he's fouled. Oh, and Pau is frustrated. He had his first opportunity in and around the rim.
Yeah, and Pau has to finish this play. Kobe gives him a great bounce pass to 2 defenders. Pau goes up, loses his balance, doesn't draw iron, and Dwight trying to clean it up. Back to the charity stripe.
Let's see if it continues. The good times right here. Interesting here in the comments of Andrew Bynum actually the other day about Dwight having to be patient because you're not going to get the ball as much when a guy like Kobe Bryant is in the lineup. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, but look at those 5 turnovers. He and Kobe each had 5 in that game. Now he's back off the line actually. He was about, what, 6 or 7 inches behind the line.
He's been standing there for quite a while shooting his free throws.
Sometimes he gets a little bit, he inches a little bit closer, I think, as the game goes on. And that one is off and missed, and
Devin Ebanks slapped him across the arm as Henderson was going up to shoot. You got to remember, You've got Dwight Howard behind you. Just play that good, solid position defense in the paint there. Let Dwight be the shot blocker.
All right, here's Gerald Henderson, double figures 6 of the last 7, and 16 points in their last game, which was a loss at home to Orlando. Hey, Laker fans, go to Lakers.com for a virtual tour of the Toyota Venza with the Laker girls and enter for your chance to win Laker tickets. Just click on the Toyota banner on Lakers.com and enter to win today, courtesy of Toyota, suiting up the Lakers for over 36 years.
Full court pressure here by the Bobcats. And a team that wants to run a little bit, the Lakers, that should play into their hands.
Here's Howard. Tries to slip it underneath to Ebanks. He's there. He muscles it up and misses. Tipped up. No. Powell's in there battling. It's going to come free at the baseline, and it's taken by Gerald Henderson. And here he comes.
Stop the basketball.
He's going all the way. Nobody stopped him. They were fortunate there. Biombo throws it up at the rim and misses, and Kobe looks ahead for an outlet, but nothing was there.
I mean, first rule of defense in transition is stop the ball.
Powell. He's missed his first couple, and again it's Henderson coming up with the basketball. We're 3 minutes in. The Lakers are down by 2. Mullins, he's hit 2 threes from the outside.
Well, Powell's guarding him there. You've got to get up on him, make him put the ball on the floor.
That ball's just going out of bounds.
Lakers falling behind by 5 early on, so one of the Lexus keys, the first one, was a fast start. Well, I didn't mean it for the Bobcats.
Well, there was a time, Stu, and you've been doing this for a lot of time, as they pick Powell's pocket, and at the other end, Kemba Walker's going to score, that the Lakers just couldn't beat this team. In fact, they've lost 8 of 12 to Charlotte, but they've won the last 2 against the Bobcats, a 7-0 run. And obviously, coming off of a road trip and playing up against a team like Charlotte, you've got to bring your energy right from the get-go.
No matter where you're playing, home, road, whatever the case may be, at this level, you've got to bring energy every single moment you're on the floor. There's some nights you won't have 100%. If you only have 95, that's what you give. But you got to give what you have.
Kobe led the team with 34 points the other night. He's on quite a streak. Bryant misses. In fact, Kobe has 6 in a row with at least 30 points, averaging 34.5 in that stretch. Jody Meeks is going to be in when it's dead. Here's Mullins. Got to get out on him, and that's way short. Powell touched it. Look at Dwight running the floor as Ebanks will bring it to Duhan. Into the post, and here's Howard. 4 minutes in. Or 4 minutes into the quarter. Here's Kobe again, way outside. It's nothing but net for Bryant.
Well, you can see Mike D'Antoni concerned a little bit about some more energy, so he's going to bring in Jody Meeks right away. So let's see if he goes small or if he takes out Chris Duhan.
Yeah, because the energy at both ends for Meeks, and I saw it lacking in the first 4 minutes. And Tony saw the same thing. Here's Henderson trying to get it around Kobe. That's a tough fall away shot too for Gerald Henderson. 6'5", 215, 25 years of age out of Duke.
Here's this full court pressure. They're making it harder on the Lakers just to inbound the ball right now.
It's a team that has given up the most points per game than anybody else in the NBA. Worst defensive team scoring-wise, the Charlotte Bobcats. That one goes off the fingertips. Laser pass that goes out of bounds. Turnover.
Not the start that the Lakers wanted, so he is going to go a little small. He brings in World Peace and Jody Meeks. Takes out Devin Ebanks and Powell at the 7-11 mark, trailing by 6.
Now, you've been watching World Peace for a long time. That was one of his best games, really, of his career. A career high 16 rebounds to go along with the 19 points. He is confident and he's aggressive.
Yeah, his defense is what continues to impress me. He still gives you that effort.
And he's on Mullins now, who has 8 points in the game, and Mena taps it away. It's going to go out of bounds with 7 on the shot clock.
He's guarding Mullins, so we'll see if Mullins has any kind of post-up game. He's not going to be able to do anything around the perimeter because World Peace will smother him.
That was the first double-double for Meta in a number of years. 4 on the shot clock. And a good fake that time by Kemba Walker. Got Duhan in the air, so he's going to get free throws.
When the ball was out of bounds, as a defender, you look at the shot clock and you say, not a lot on it, so I got to play smart here. Can't get myself out of position. And Duhan out of position, makes the foul. Walker to shoot 2.
Well, Kemba Walker, home and road, what a huge difference. At home, he's averaging 21 points and shooting 46%. On the road, 12 points and 36%. Last year here, he had a dozen points.
Typical of young players. They play much better at home than they do on the road. That's very, very typical.
Kemba following that train of thought. He leads his team over 18 points, assists just over 6, 5th in the NBA in steals, and he's top 20 in assists. I was listening to Coach Dunlap before the game, and somebody asked him, what do you want him to be? And he said a vocal quarterback of a point guard, and he cited the leadership qualities of a Chris Paul, that he would like Kemba Walker to be able to get as far as the leadership role is concerned, as Kobe goes in, and he's going to get an and one as he rolls it in.
Teams and players so worried about the screens that they start to cheat. And that time Kobe goes away from the screen, gets the contact, nice continuation play, and one coming to number 24, the leading scorer in the NBA, as he knocks down his 5th point, looking to go to 6.
Into the game, Jeffrey Taylor, 6'7", 225. He's a Commodore from Vanderbilt, athletic player. All right, Kobe, you know, obviously the talk centering around Bryant is the minutes that he's played. Averaging 42 over the last 6 games, 6 straight games over 40 minutes. And he says he feels great now, but it's not now that we're worried about. It's down the road.
Absolutely. It's the accumulation of those minutes in an NBA season that when you get down this wire.
Dwight Howard has the block, but then Walker took it right back. That's going to go to the Lakers.
Yeah, Walker didn't get in bounds before he tried to strip the ball from Dwight Howard. Dwight, that last line of defense, gets it, keeps it in play, and then while he's out of bounds, Kemba Walker touches the ball while his foot's out of bounds. It's a violation.
Dwight, top 5 NBA, blocks and rebounds. Had 2 blocks the other night in Philadelphia. Has his first here tonight, averages 2.5 a game. Bryant with the ball, attacking again. Kobe lays it in.
In a crowd, that's the second shot similar to the one that he made a minute ago that way by Mr. Bryant.
Leading scorer in the NBA at 29.5 points. Also leads this team in assists and steals. Henderson right off the dribble, right off the pass.
He's saying Kobe stepped out of bounds on the rebound attempt. It was an air ball. Kobe tried to tiptoe a little bit, but I guess one size too big there, Kobe. If your foot was a little smaller, you could have stayed in bounds.
By the way, Lakers with 3 turnovers. They committed 15 in the last game, an average of just 14 over the last 3. So they're cleaning that up. You know, they're next to last in the league, turning the ball over, 16.1 per.
Well, they're ruling that there was a complete change of possession or not a change. They said no change of possession, so the shot clock stays at 12.
We're halfway through the quarter, so now you got to get into motion here with 8. Walker overdue on, banks it in. Very fortunate, he knows it.
Oh, very lucky.
Fortunate, lucky, same thing. Here's Meeks. Jody has really earned the respect of everybody these last couple of weeks and earned a ton of playing time. Extremely efficient, world beast. It's going to clank off, but Dwight Howard almost had an offensive rebound. Lakers down 19-13. Walker underneath, scramble for it, out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakers.
Well, Walker shot a long shot off the glass. Then he shoots a 13-footer about a foot short. Timeout. 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Lakers didn't come out of the gate in a hurry. The Bobcats did. Kemba Walker has his team up by 6 to the Bobcats. Kobe Bryant, well, Carl's cam shows Kobe going to the basket. 2 of his baskets have been of that variety. Drive off the screen, go right to the rim, lay it up, lay it easy.
Kobe 3 for 4. All other Lakers 1 for 8. Going to be interesting to see how Meta reacts to coming off the bench, how he plays. He's been playing so well with such a great rhythm. Now he's forced to take on a new role. Meeks trying. Just nearly keeps that alive, but he stepped out of bounds.
Was a good pass from Dwight Howard.
So the Lakers turn it over. We've had 3 lead changes. Biggest lead of the game has been 8. That's belonged to Charlotte. Kemba Walker coming off that career high when he shot 11 for 20. Right back to Mullins. He's alone, so he's going to take that 17-footer. Kept alive by Henderson. Dwight Howard has his 5th rebound.
You know, if I'm the Bobcats, I look at that matchup with Jody Meeks guarding Henderson.
Howard now trying to work on Mullins. Oh, spin move underneath, D12.
Good change of direction that time. Mullins did a good job of taking away the initial move.
Underneath, fumbled away, and Charlotte will maintain possession. 16 on the shot clock. So here comes Powell back in the game, and you would assume Dwight would be going to the bench.
Yeah, Dwight's going out after he makes that nice spin move and shoots it off the glass for 2 of his 5 points.
Again, the shuffling of the deck continues for Mike D'Antoni. Now with another piece, Pau Gasol available underneath, ridden up and in by Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
I'm going to have a talk with this guy. Honestly, I don't understand how you allow one of your defenders who's guarding the guy out of bounds under the basket to not protect against that play.
And Kidd-Gilchrist gets an easy bucket. Duhan, I'm sure everybody's been noticing, he not only shoots threes, but he shoots them well behind the line more often than not. In fact, 15 of his last 16 shots have been three-point attempts. Just about his entire game. Gives it to Kobe. Corner, quick ball movement. Jody Meeks, air ball. So the Lakers not shooting it well. How about Meta? His turn, MWP for 3.
Well, he's almost becoming, the last few games, Mr. Reliable for the Lakers. He's been very, very consistent, and that consistency has been good, not bad.
Meta was 3 for 4 from beyond the arc the other night. Good little fake by Mullins, and Mullins, what a start to the ball game. He's in double figures already. 4 for 6.
Isn't he an all-star? Oh, we're just making him look like
We just make everybody.
Oh, my
look
bad,
like
my
that.
bad.
At least one guy every game. He has truly been all offense his short NBA career, too. Mullins has a deficiency. It's on the defensive end. There's something wrong with that corner for the Lakers. They've shot successive air balls from that short corner.
And on the air ball, Powell gets the rebound and gets fouled. So free throws coming to Powell. Let's see if he can scratch for the first time. It's 3:07 to go here in the first quarter. He does have 2 rebounds and a game-leading 3 assists.
Pau Gasol missed the last 8. Lakers were 3 and 5 without him. Says there's no pain. Now we'll wait to see how he fits right in again and how he's utilized. You saw his numbers. They signify a career low in points and shooting percentage. In fact, under Mike D'Antoni, he's averaging 10 points and shooting under 40%. But that was with the tendonitis in the knees. Hopefully everything's feeling better. Coming into the game, Reggie Williams comes in. He's number 55.
Another guy that can stretch the floor a little bit. Reggie can obviously shoot the ball from distance.
And welcome back Ramon Sessions, who's averaging a career high, 14.5 points. Ramon started 23 regular season games for the Lakers, and it's interesting, you know, for the Lakers, he would come and bring in a change of pace, but he and Kemba Walker, who are actually playing together right now, are both speedy players. Mullins. Blocked by Gasol.
Nice job by Powell.
Lakers run the floor now, holding it up. World peace. Kobe entry. You know, Powell usually has pretty good hands. That time, unable to corral it.
Well, saying that he got held on the play.
That's the rebound as Sessions misses the layup. Here comes Kobe, going the other way. Just didn't have many fast break points the other night, just 4. Here's Kobe off the glass. Bryant, good start, shooting from the field. 10 minutes, 3 for 4. Make it 4 for 5 at 10 points.
There's still 2 minutes and change to play in this first quarter. See if the Lakers can catch the Bobcats.
Lakers have 2 team fouls. Bobcats are out of fouls as we approach the 2-minute mark. Again, Meta World Peace lets his player go right through him, and that's Jeffrey Taylor. And Kobe will bring it up.
Nice.
Bounce pass to Gasol, rides it up and in. That's all Kobe right there in the cut by Powell.
Second beautiful bounce pass that Kobe has given to Powell. That one he converts on, and the Bobcats want to talk it over because 1:42 left here in the first, and after trailing by 8, the Lakers have caught the Bobcats. Now, what a pass, though, by Kobe Bryant. Game's leading scorer, or tied for the game's leading scorer with Mullins. Kobe has 10 points, only has the 1 assist. Should have 2 or 3, but it only counts if you convert. Years, he's like fine wine.
Kobe with 10. The Lakers already have made 3 threes, 3 for 4. They shot the most 3 ball attempts in their last game this season. Remember, they had 10 3-point makes, which tied a franchise high in a half. Here's Sessions falling back and missing. He's going to get his own rebound. Rahman, you know he can get to the basket pretty quickly, and he does right there and lays it in.
Well, everyone's saying, why didn't they box him out after the shot? Well, if you jump to block the shot, it's going to be difficult for you to come down in time to make the defensive play.
Darius Morris, who had 15 first-half points in Philadelphia, stays with it. Good perseverance. And Darius, who turned his ankle right at the end of that first half, but came back in the second, but didn't score, stayed with it right there, and he's got 2.
Well, Ben Gordon in the game also for the Bobcats, another guy that can just score.
Second block, third block by Gasol.
I like it, Powell.
3 blocks by Powell, so the rest paying off wonders. Kobe sifting through traffic. Where is he going to go with it? Fortunately, he gets to Gasol, turns, cash. That's money for Gasol. Mid-ranges, Kobe really had to work.
Way to bail Kobe out, Powell.
He was really in trouble.
I think Kobe anticipated Powell rolling, and he didn't roll, and very close to a turnover there.
Lakers lead by 2 with 23 seconds remaining in the quarter. Shot clock now is at 8. That's Taylor from outside. Powell gives it to Bryant. The Lakers have time to set up a good shot.
Yeah, anytime they get it to Kobe, you know you can get at least a shot.
Bryant, here he goes down the lane, throw it up off the board with 3 seconds to go.
All he did was anticipate a whistle that
never came. And Taylor missed the jump shot. That was a strange sequence right there for Bryant.
Kobe just stopped, threw the ball up thinking there's a whistle coming, I'm going to the line, and guess what? No whistle, no line, no score. But the Lakers come out of the first quarter after trailing by 8. Defense has been a major part of them recapturing the lead. They lead 27-25. 27-25 to start the second, and Powell had a pretty good first quarter numbers-wise, especially on the defensive end. He had 3 block shots, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
The Lakers 11th in the league in blocks. Bobcats have missed 9 of their last 10 shots. Lakers have made 9 of their last 15. Let's get you the 5 on the floor as the Lakers will have the ball after the turnover. Gasol, Morris, Meeks, World Peace, and Dwight Howard.
Jody and Darius Morris in the backcourt, but the 2 7-footers out there together. I call Dwight a 7-footer.
Dwight, who's listed at 6'11". And the whistle. The foul's on Brendan Haywood.
Yeah,
remember, he's a formerly of the Dallas Mavericks.
He got away with the first foul, but the officials usually give you just enough rope, and then they say, okay, that's enough.
So there's the improved shooting by the Lakers. Haywood was a member of that championship team in Dallas in 2011. He provides a physical presence. Drive and kick, and Meeks hits it. The drive by Morris, who picks up the assist. Jody has the 3.
You find Jody around that 3-point line, percentages of something good happening are starting to really go up.
15-4 run. Meeks on the trip, 9 for 28 from beyond the arc in the 4 games. Really like what he's doing on this end. In fact, he had 4 steals against the 76ers to match Meta, who also had 4. On the outside, Gasol had the rebound, boy, he and his teammate Howard battled for it. Dwight comes up with it. Morris to Dwight, to Powell, back to Dwight. That is sensational passing. It didn't hit the floor.
I'll tell you something. When you've got your 6'11" guy handling the ball off the rebound in the middle, he gives it up. Then a guard gives it to a 7-footer who gives it back to 6'11". That's pretty nice.
Pretty stuff as the Lakers run and entertain this crowd. Gasol with 4 assists already in his comeback game.
I mentioned that would be the one thing that Powell would bring, the ability to find Dwight more often than seemingly anybody else in the front court as touch pass right back for the easy one. Yeah, Dwight, it's nice.
Downtown LA, Lakers 12th seed currently in the West. How about this start by Powell, Stu? 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 points. In fact, he has as many assists as the entire Charlotte team.
I like what he's doing on the defensive end when Dwight was on the bench.
The 3 blocks at it. Here's a great left-handed tip by Howard. Under control on the Meeks miss. So the big guys are doing some work tonight.
That's 7 rebounds now for Dwight to go along with 9 points.
And an 11-0 Laker run. The Charlotte team is really struggling on the defensive end. That's thrown out off the knee of Howard. In fact, defense has been the key to the Bobcats. They started 7-5, allowed 99 points per during their 11-game losing streak, giving up 108.5 as Powell goes to the bench. D'Antoni will be monitoring those minutes.
And he's also monitoring how Powell is moving. And so far, Powell has been moving very, very well.
D'Antoni, when asked, does he fit this system? Just didn't even blink. Says absolutely. When you're smart, as talented as Pau Gasol, he can certainly fit into what we're trying to do. The miss, Mullins miss, and finally it goes up and in by Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, they had 2 guys under there, and Dwight tried to challenge the first shot, couldn't get back for the rebound.
Now, this is the end where Biyombo really does well, rebounding and altering shots.
Look at
World Peace steals it. He's going to get free throws. He took it right away from Kemba Walker.
I said it at the beginning. I'll say it again. His energy level on the defensive end has to start to become very contagious. Just picks, and that's a point guard that he's picking back there. Kemba Walker, he can't be too happy with himself. Says, have it? No, where'd it go? World Peace has it. He's at the line to shoot 2.
And again, playing the power forward position and taking it away from the point guard. Meta World Peace. That's got to get a roll, and it does not. Averaging a little over 13 a game.
You see this small lineup that Mike D'Antoni has on the floor. 3 basic point guards when you look at it, because Jody Meeks, Chris Duhon, and Darius Morris to go along with World Peace and Dwight Howard.
Make 1 of 2. Lakers 6 of 9. Free throwing on the year. They're next to last in the league. A lot of that has to do with Dwight's problem. But Dwight's been hitting them with regularity here in the last couple of games. Kemba Walker attacks the bounce pass, and Biyombo scores. That's all Kemba Walker.
Beautiful play by Kemba Walker.
He's really a shoot-first guy, but right there really made the good decision. World Peace nearly lost the dribble, held on to it. Duhon, he could shoot from out there. That's just about where his spot is. Cross court, Morris, he's open. Won't hit it. World Peace keeps it alive. Meta, good play. Now move the ball from side to side and space the floor. That's all about what Coach D'Antoni wants. Don't hold on to it. He said, we'll post up late in the possession. Here they go early, though. There's the kick. Duhon attacking. Lakers have 4 on the shot clock. It's World Peace.
Goaltending.
That's a basket for the Lakers. Took it right off the rim.
Mullins up there trying to tap it to one of his friends. The referee said you can't touch it if it's over the cylinder. And it's the outside official's call. And they ruled that portion of the ball was still over the cylinder.
I think the Lakers got a break there.
They don't have the advantage of replay.
It certainly looked as though Mullins made the proper move. Kemba Walker out of UConn. Henderson will drive again. Have it stripped away. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats right off of his leg. Turnover number 5 for Charlotte. Lakers have turned it into 9 points. Other end, long pass.
Jody.
Yeah, the block was by Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Now Jody's on the floor at the other end. Mullins, that one goes awry, and the rebound is grabbed up high by Howard.
Jody in amongst all the trees, a head fake, and still got his shot rejected.
Dwight's almost got a double-double, Stu. MWP, 4-3.
I'll tell you something, when you move the basketball that quickly, nobody can outrun a pass. So they've got the Bobcats chasing with any kind of dribble penetration or inside out.
World Peace 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's a 38%er on the year. Again, they use the glass to score. Kemba Walker, second time he's used the backboard.
Yeah, he claims he got fouled on that shot.
He won't get the whistle. Lakers with it. 7.5 to play. First half, Lakers lead by 9. The biggest lead was 11 a moment ago, and a foul, and Howard earns free throws.
And Dwight's 3 out of 4, 75% from the free throw line so far in this ball game. So he'll get a chance to either add to the percentage or obviously do the opposite. And the Lakers doing all of this up by 9 with the leading scorer in the NBA was sitting on the bench. He's about to check back in on this second free throw.
Bryant with 12 minutes played in the game and 10 points. Howard is very close to a double-double early in this game. They're the free throw attempts per most in the NBA. He averages about 11 official field goal attempts a game. Got it. Looks good. For the first time ever, the Lakers in Spanish, now available on our sister network, Time Warner Cable Deportes. For channel listings and more information on our sister network, please visit twcdeportes.com. That's Adrian and Francisco giving you all the action. Time Warner Cable Deportes.
The Lakers defense pretty good right now. 34% is what the Bobcats are shooting from the field.
Lakers have held the last 2 opponents, although they were both offensively challenged in Philadelphia without Drew Holiday and Andrew Bynum and the Wizards.
I would say this team is a little offensively challenged.
Oh, yes, they are.
Another steal for world peace.
Take it, world. Here he goes. 4 on 3. We got a whistle out on top.
They're going to learn, especially Mullins. I said it earlier. When World Peace is guarding Mullins, he better have a post-up game because you play around with the ball out on the perimeter and you're going to lose it. Because World Peace does not take possessions off. He doesn't take anything off except the basketball. He takes it off your hip as he did there on Mullins, and the Bobcats won a 22nd timeout. Try to probably relay that message to their team.
Well, again,
don't fool around with the ball around World Peace.
And we'll see if Coach Dunlap relays that to his troops. All right, you want to talk more meta, Mike Trudell?
Well, we talked about the rotation being tweaked, and really the last couple games, Meta World Peace has emerged in that power forward slot, and that allows the Lakers to play more in kind of the system that D'Antoni watches. And it really helped Gasol, you thought, when his stretch he was in. It was a 17-4 run when Power placed Howard, and then Howard eventually returned to start that second quarter. So, Stu, what do you think of what you've seen in the new rotation so far and keeping one of the bigs at center and then having Meta playing that role that either Jamison or Hill used to occupy?
Well, I definitely like the idea of keeping either Howard or keeping Howard and Powell in the post. The other 4 positions are so flexible with the D'Antoni system that you can do a lot of things. And the way World Peace is playing, him at that 4 is giving you all the flexibility with the other 3 positions that you could ask for.
He's got 1 rebound. He's at 22 as Meta in the last 2 games, and he's adding, obviously, to the scoring punch off the bench. Lakers right now 14 points from the bench, just 2 for Charlotte. Could be more if World Peace hits that one. He doesn't as it rolls around, and Biyombo has the rebound.
He was spotted up. He thought he made that one.
Lakers lead by 10. Sessions, little start and stop. Back to the outside. That's Henderson hitting from the outside.
Gerald Henderson, not a great three-point shooter.
No, but he's got decent size and athleticism. He was out with a foot injury, Stu, after week 2, missed some time. And their last game was his first start in a while. Back in the lineup. He led the team in scoring last year in that awful season. Worst percentage in the history of the league. Dwight missed, but he stayed with it. And look out below as he dumps it home.
That's called padding your rebounds. Miss it on purpose so you can get a rebound and put it back in.
Yeah, but it messes with your field goal percentage.
They ain't worried about your field goal percentage.
I know they are. Here's Kemba trying to get it to Henderson. Out on top. Sessions, we saw him hit the 3 ball and really improve with it last year, shooting over 40% when he was with the Lakers. And he hits that one from the outside. Sessions, already 5 teams in 6 years. He's had 20-plus points 5 times. Driving, Kobe scores and 1.
That is 3 baskets, almost of that exact same nature here in the first half. Off the dribble, almost like an underhanded shot that he gets to go, as he also gets good passes on the inside to Dwight, who finishes. The Lakers lead at 45-37.
But he was saying the ball movement. Kobe loves to shoot. He knows that, and he didn't say it the other night. But when this ball is like a hot potato moving around and finds energy, as Coach D'Antoni says. This is a tough team to stop. It's going to get tougher as the stars align from Halloween all the way to Christmas, and we're going to see Steve Nash back, hopefully.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing that's marked on the Lakers' calendar of pleasant surprises.
And he says the leg hurts, but it's going to hurt for at least a month or so while he still plays. That one is rainbowed in by Kemba Walker. 6'1", 184. Started 25 last year. Remember, DJ Augustine was on this team. DJ now plays for Indiana. Kobe Powell, he's open. He's going to take it. That'll come back. A little rusty, obviously, as that one was too long. Running the floor is Walker again. Bounce pass. Oh, Bryant out of nowhere. At the other end, Powell can't get down to get the passes. Kobe emphatically sent that one backwards.
Wow. Kobe, a flashback of yesteryear. It's just elevating and rejecting the shot.
Bobcats will get another opportunity. Got under 5 minutes to go in the half. Lakers lead by 7. Walker attacking again and throws it over the Laker defense, including Dwight Howard.
Not even Dwight Howard can get to the teardrop. The teardrop is the big man's nightmare.
Kemba is one of 2 players for Charlotte in double figures. He has 13. Mullins has 10, and they came early in the contest. Duhan coming off of a 14-point game. Powell, one of the great passing big men in this league. To Dwight, quickly to Duhan. He's going to fire for a long 2 in the corner. That's a 2-pointer for Duhan.
Good ball moving out around the perimeter, but ran that shot clock down a long way.
Chris averaging just below 5 points a game. Here comes Darius Morris. For the confidence that he has gained. It's been an up and down year, though, for him. Powell misses, so that's the one area where it's been a struggle to begin. 2 for 7 for Gasol. He does have those 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Decent defense. Corner. Henderson got it. This was the worst 3-point shooting team last year. They shot below 30%. Little better this year, 34%.
You look up at that scoreboard, it's only a 4-point game.
48-44. Kobe, he's rejected by Bismack Biyombo, but he does well.
Score here, and Mike D'Antoni might want to think about it.
Anderson, count it. It could be a 1-point game, and Coach D'Antoni is barking at his team.
Yeah, he needs a timeout. He needs a timeout in a big way because Mr. Momentum yanked off his yellow jersey and put on a Bobcat uniform. We got a timeout that we asked for. 3:09 to play in the half. The Lakers, who led by 11, now lead by 2, soon to be 1, as the Bobcats making a bona fide run here, and they've gotten the Lakers' attention. As far as his perimeter game is concerned, but I like the way he's run the floor. He's played the defense with the 3 block shots. So that helps.
Lakers had 22 points in the paint, and his fellow big, Dwight Howard, has a double-double in the first half. 12 points and 10 rebounds. Henderson and Walker keeping the Charlotte team in the game. 9 of 16, 25 points. 10-2 run.
And they come out of the timeout in a zone.
And it's a 1-point game. Meeks got it.
And Jody says, stay in that zone, please.
Zone buster. He's 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. Lakers are 5 for 12 as that one's out of bounds.
Well, there's going to be a 3-point play coming to Ramon Sessions here as he gets the foul on Chris Duhan and gets the basket. But one thing you need against a zone is obviously someone that can stretch it. Jody can definitely stretch it. We know that Ramon Sessions, it seems like the ball just left his hands. It did, and had eyes of its own as it found its way into the basket.
Now Ramon, you can see the other teams that he has played with. I mentioned 5 teams in 6 years. Speed, scoring, playmaking, 6'3", 190 from Nevada. He's been double figures off the bench, Stu, in 19 of 23 games. So great consistency for this team.
It looks like they're going to stay in that zone.
And they are, and that means Meek's going to have another opportunity. Came up well short. Mullins Gets it to Henderson on the right wing. Pulls up. And Bryant comes back to rebound.
Well, they had the chance to take the lead with that shot.
Yeah, Lakers still leading though, hanging on by one. Crossover. Kobe tried to lob it and a slam by Dwight. No.
Those are the kind of plays that tells me that he's still not 100% by any stretch. I mean, those are the kind of plays that from a standstill, he normally just elevates and throws it down. That one you can see he threw across the basket, but he wasn't quite high enough to throw it down like he normally would.
And then it went up, over, and out, so out of bounds. And here's Sessions, and they've got the lead. So the Lakers led by as many as 11, and the Charlotte Bobcats, who've lost 11 in a row, have a 16-5 run. Mike D'Antoni always has an expression on his face. He's not stoic, that's for sure. Here's a world peace missing the layup underneath. Sessions, we had a lob to Biyombo, was just a little bit tardy with it. Ramon will reorchestrate. Minute 40 remaining in the half. Howard's in front of Sessions, big on Little. Not a great matchup. Walker trying to drain one from the outside. Good screen out by Powell.
Good find by Sessions, though, as Walker was all by himself.
Powell trying to get aggressive. No lift at all, and Mullins sent it right back. 3-on-2. Blow by Walker to score.
You know, the Lakers down by 4. You can see how quickly this thing has shifted in favor of the Bobcats, and I think a direct correlation to world peace going to the bench.
Kobe doesn't get there as here they come again. They're a run and rim team, according to Coach John Lappin. Here's Sessions going to get 2 free throws there. They are just playing transition basketball right now on the Lakers. The Lakers aren't getting back. So the defense goes a waning again for the Lakers tonight. 55 points, could soon be 57 against a Bobcat team that is certainly not one of the high scoring franchises in the league.
They're not shooting a high percentage, only 44%. I mean, but the Lakers have dropped all the way down to 41% as the Bobcats have now opened up a 5, possibly 6-point lead.
Yeah, and you can't blame turnovers. Lakers have only turned it over 5 times. A reminder coming up at the half, stay tuned for the Jack in the Box halftime report. Chris, Coach Miller, and wait for it, Reggie Theus. So Reggie's in the studio tonight. Should be fun. Here's Sessions. A 20-5 run, Stu Lance, and a 57-51 Laker deficit.
Well, you take that breath, and all of a sudden,
is the start of a 4-game Western trip for Charlotte. So world peace is back in the final minute. Here's a little isolation for Howard. He's in very deep and has it stripped by Mullins on the double team.
I've seen Dwight Howard get his shot from the floor to the waist strip more in the first 25 games, and I think he would like to see an entire season.
Turnover number 6 for the Lakers. 7 on the shot clock. Sessions going against his former teammate, gets under the rim, not there. Haywood's got it, and Haywood's going to get free throws. The 7-footer, 265 pounds.
This Laker team is a hard one to figure out. They give you just glimpses of what they could do, but then they revert back to that non-focused.
Yep. They had been efficient, focused, played with some passion, confidence, trust, a lot of communication the last couple of games, and seem a little lost here tonight.
Well, they're going to go to halftime down.
For sure.
Whether it'll be 6 or whatever, 4, but they're going to be down at the intermission.
Brendan Haywood gets a free throw, 58-51.
Well, give up 58 points to the Bobcats, and you know something is awry.
Under Mike D'Antoni, 9 games, this team has allowed at least 103 points. Of course, they're on schedule to do that again with this half. Here's Kobe, little stutter step, loses it. Now he's in scramble mode with 2. Gets a good look though, and rattles it home right at the end of the half.
If he has the ball in his hands, he's always going to probably get you a decent look at the basket, as he did there. But the Lakers need to regroup at halftime.
Still, the Bobcats on a 21-7 run, lead by 5. Now let's join Chris, the coach, and Reggie the Access Sportsnet studio for the Jack in the Box halftime.
And one thing maybe is that the rotations have been so mixed up of late with guys coming in and out. But Stu, I know you're not going to take that as an excuse, especially in tonight's game.
No excuses. No excuses. Lakers as a unit, as a complete team, have to continue to just keep their focus, play with energy all the time, and not let teams like the Bobcats come back on their own floor. You take a halftime lead.
Well, let's see how they start this third quarter. A little focus and energy. Play some defense on this end of the floor. That'll get things going offensively. Henderson out to Kemba Walker. He's in attack mode. He goes up and around and a sweet little left hand to score.
And you look at the scoreboard, and the Bobcats lead by 7. They had an 8-point lead in the first quarter that the Lakers overcame. So see the energy that he wants to start this third quarter. 3 guards on the floor.
Again, Meeks starting the half, so a bit of a change as Kobe off target from beyond the arc. It's Howard, Meeks, Duhon, Gasol, and Bryant. Looking for the right combination is Mike D'Antoni. Henderson going to spin around Meeks. Here's Mullins. This is how we started the game, and this is how he's starting the second half.
Well, that's what you want to do. If you have a center that can stay out around the perimeter, that puts Dwight Howard in a predicament because he likes to control the paint, and your man is way outside.
This is a team that was at the bottom of just about every category, offense and defense, except for block shots. Charlotte, that was one area where they really did well. Coincidentally, or interestingly enough, they're last in the league in blocks this year, but much better in other categories.
Well, the Lakers didn't turn it over a lot in the first half, only 6 times, but they start this third quarter with that turnover, and that's going to lead to 2 free throws, and the Bobcats could go up by 12 here. I'm going to see what this Laker team is really made of. We're starting right now.
Well, here's Kid Gilchrist. Obviously, their #1 target was Anthony Davis. They went ahead and they had the worst record, but the luck of the lottery, New Orleans got the first pick, got Davis. So Kid Gilchrist, his Kentucky teammate, was picked second. They're asking a lot of the rookie. He was the Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month in November, averaged 11 points, 6.5 rebounds in 27 minutes. Meeks at the other end hits his shot from the corner for 3.
Cross-court pass, successful, very dangerous pass, but it was successful there, and Meeks drained the 3.
Stu, that ends a 17-2 Bobcat run. It's still an 8-point deficit for the Lakers. A stunned crowd here at Staples Center. Lakers' next game is Saturday at Golden State. That one gets the roll for Kid Gilchrist.
You know things are going good for you when you get that kind of a roll.
Yeah, right in the front and just bounces over. There's a big question mark whether or not he could shoot that outside jumper. No questions with Kobe, of course. He's going to go to the line and shoot a couple.
Just real concerned about the mental state of the Lakers. Everyone's worried about their physical part of this game, with Powell just coming back and Nash still not back yet. But it's the mental part that concerns me of the players that are out there playing on the floor.
Kobe just short. He's going to reset. Steve Nash ready to get that full contact practice in. And the Lakers have a few days off. That's one of the keys. I guess there's that outside chance he could play on Saturday. Hasn't been ruled out, but again, everybody pretty much targeting Christmas. But we've had so many starts and stops with Steve. We'll just wait till he actually gets on the floor. Now it is thrown out of bounds, touched by Kobe. Kobe says, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
Oh, boy. Right in front of the official, so I have to think that the official, that's just amazing that you could be that close to it and miss it that badly. Kobe was a foot away from touching the ball.
Ed Malloy, Sean Corbin, and Kevin Scott are 3 officials tonight. Walker goes right around Meeks, and there's that teardrop. As you mentioned, it's the worst nightmare for a big when you're an efficient player like Walker in that shot.
Well, when you're a shot blocker, especially, because you do a lot of reaching and trying to swing at the ball, but you normally come up with nothing but air.
Kemba Walker on target for maybe another career high. He had 132 points in their game at Orlando, or actually at home to Orlando. Charlotte got out rebounded by a wide margin in that game, and they allowed Orlando to shoot a season high 54.5%. Lakers would love to up their shooting percentage. They're just at 43 right now. Duhon corner three. The Bobcats fighting over it. Kid Gilchrist will come out with it.
Ball has to start being swung from side to side. Lakers are keeping it on one side of the floor too much.
Stagnant. That offense needs some rhythm. Lakers are 5 down in the rebound department too. Are they going to steal it? No, but the shot clock remembers at 4. At 3, they'll get a good shot out of it from the corner. After all of that, a great look in the corner, and it's Gerald Henderson scoring, and the Boo Birds are starting to rain down their feelings. It's a 71-57 deficit. Dwight Howard kicks it out to Kobe Bryant as the Lakers get an extra possession. Powell trying to spin, trying to get back in game shape, not even close. Here's Howard. That's on the ground. No shot, no shot. That'll be the second team foul, rather the third team foul on the Bobcats. And the personal foul is on Byron Mullins.
Great foul by Mullins. Great foul, because Dwight was getting ready to get in his crouch to go up to dunk and just take his foul and make him take it out of bounds. Look at this. I mean, this switch in momentum has been remarkable.
This is the biggest lead of the game for Charlotte. Bounce right back on the repost.
Double dribble.
Turn it over. That's 8 turnovers on the Lakers. So it's falling apart quickly right now for Los Angeles, but still a ton of time. 4th turnover for Dwight Howard. Remember, he had 5 the other night. So a lethargic, sluggish effort right now for the Lakers. Have time to turn it around.
This is what I thought they would go to. Henderson posting up on Meeks.
And turns, dips in, comes out. Powell unable to control it. That would have counted. And Biyombo's going to shoot free throws.
See, they're just out hustling the Lakers right now. That shot was off the mark, but the quickness of the Bobcats was quicker than the Lakers to the errant shot.
From the Democratic Republic of Congo, here's Bismack Biyombo, 6'9", 245. Big wingspan, great defender. Leader in blocks, has at least 2 blocks in 11 games. Gonna miss the free throw. Now, if you bleed purple and gold, One West Bank's Lakers credit and debit cards are the perfect cards for you. Buy great seats, authentic merchandise, and lots more. Visit owb.com/Lakers to find your Lakers card. Available only to residents in the Lakers territory. Member FDIC. Biyombo misses them both. MWP's got the rebound, so let's see if World Peace can be a catalyst as he's back in the lineup. So far, that lineup change has not worked for the Lakers. World Peace has been a key component in these last 2 wins. Tries to drive, blocked by Mullins again. Mullins got 2 blocks. Here's Kemba Walker using his speed, trailer, dunk. The Lakers are getting blitzed. It's 73-57. A 36-11 run. Bryant, kick it. Meeks on its way. Jody Meeks. The Lakers have shot 18 threes, made 7.
Well, this is the end of the floor where the Lakers have to try to establish something. They're allowing 48% shooting now by the Bobcats, and Bobcats' confidence is at an all-time high. Another 3-pointer by Kemba Walker.
For a team that has lost 11 in a row. They had a great start. They matched their win total from last year right away in 12 games. The earliest that's ever happened in NBA history, where a team has matched their win total from the previous year. It wasn't hard to do, though, because they didn't win many.
That tells you how many.
Yeah, exactly. And here's... But the case is that they fell apart defensively, but they did start pretty well to this season.
I'll tell you something right now. The Lakers, they have their work cut out for them now. They're down 16 with 6.5 to play in the 3rd. Their confidence is really shaky. And the Bobcats, maybe, they lost 11 in a row?
Yeah. Yeah, you almost said their confidence is shot. I know there, but shaky is the right term. Rebound is off after a bad name. Kemba Walker, nobody's stopping him. Nobody's stopping him. His shot is off. There's Biyombo. He is really active under the boards. It's stripped away. They're going to save it out to Sessions. complete control of the game, Charlotte. But there's still only 6 to go here in the third. Sessions down the middle he goes, uncontested, and the Lakers are talking to each other. They're confused, they're not playing good defense, and listen to the crowd. Again, you know, this team has had issues, it's had injuries, and not everything was solved. We knew that after the last 2 games. A couple of shorthanded teams that are missing their best players, but this effort so far is well below par. But Kobe hopefully on the way back.
Injuries have exactly nothing to do with this effort.
No.
This has been a remarkable non-effort after going up by 11.
And having that focus seemingly back on track. Now it's off the rails. Here's Kemba Walker, and he gets around Dwight Howard. He is really taking charge here, and as a second-year player, Kemba Walker. Or rather, not, you know, he's been around a couple of years. Here's Duhan over now to Meeks. Clock is down to 4. That's what World Peace has done so remarkably effectively this year, going to the basket, Stu.
Well, he's so strong. He wants to contact because he absorbs it and gives himself a real good chance.
At the other end, Biyombo's going to fall right down. Here's a shot, and a couple of free throws coming up for Jody Meeks.
Little subtle change of direction at the end. That's what got Jody past Mullins. And Mullins picks up his 3rd foul. And with just under 5 minutes to play, Lakers looking up at that scoreboard and going, what is wrong?
Jody Meeks to shoot free throws. Lakers shoot more free throws than anybody in the league. Everybody knows that. This Laker team, the only team not in the top 8 in the conference with a plus point differential, but that might take a hit here tonight. Saturday they'll be at Oracle. Christmas Day at noon here against the Knicks. I'll tell you what, the Knicks don't want to see Houston anymore. They know how to play New York. This second game between these two is going to be February the 8th. That's part of the Grammy trip. The next to last game of that trip in Charlotte will be February 8th. Lakers will end that trip against Miami. Here right now,
the guy that's been hurting the Lakers. Off the dribble has been Kemba Walker.
Second-year guy Walker. Sessions fall back 3. Kobe's got the rebound. Trying to start up the floor. All right, 14 down. 4.5 to play here in the third. Lob under the Dwight. That'll work.
The Lakers have forced a timeout here as the Bobcats see a little bit of a shift in momentum, but they still own that 12-point lead with 4:20 to go in the third. The Lakers are going to have to test, and Dwight with the finish.
Well, the Bobcats are out and running against this Laker team. 15 fast break points to the Lakers 6. Lakers, though, you've been mentioning, harping on it. Shooting effort has not been there tonight. Lakers below 42%. Bobcats have made as many threes, though, as their free throws.
This is the possession, though, that the Lakers have to get a stop. This is where it helps to solidify some of the momentum. What hurts is when you make a little mini run like that, and then timeout is called, they come out, and they get some production. You just hate to see that as the team is trailing.
Ball out of bounds to Sessions, who's in there with Walker and Mullins, Haywood, and Taylor. Those are the 5 for Charlotte. Meeks, World Peace, Darius Morris, D12, and Kobe. Working for the purple and gold. One on the shot clock. They may not get it off. They're not going to. Lost track of time, good defense, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, well, that's Kemba Walker's fault there. He had the ball, and he's pointing to himself now. Yeah, you should. You know that's your fault. You're the point guard. You have the basketball. You know the clock. You've got to attack the basket.
Lakers will take the gift.
Well, they need to unwrap the gift now. You know, just don't take the gift and not know what's in it.
Yeah, 25 for 60 from the field. Here's Dwight Howard. High post. Cutter Kobe didn't get it. Stolen. They got it right back. So it's almost like an extra possession. Good ball movement. There's Meta. He's the guy that has been making this team go. Now with 4, with 3, world peace forces it up. Not close. Dwight, that'll count if it goes. It didn't as the shot clock was an issue.
What the effort, though, by World.
Yeah, it's all about MWP right now. Underneath, can't get it. Boy, the Lakers are going to get their 3rd opportunity.
What are they going to do with it?
World peace for 3. How about another opportunity? Dwight Howard free throws. Well, if you're Charlotte, you're fit to be tied right now because you're just giving extra possessions. 80-68 free throws for Howard.
And when you're one of the youngest, if not the youngest team in the league, you shouldn't be giving up that many extra efforts. Your effort should be there each and every time. So let's see what Dwight does. He was 4 out of 6 in the first 24 minutes. Hasn't shot a free throw here in the 3rd. This is his first trip to the free throw line. He's got 17 rebounds to go along with 14 points.
Yeah, so 4 for 6 on the night, 5 for 7. So the better free throwing continues for Dwight Howard. He's one of only 5 players in the NBA to average 17 points and 10 rebounds. The others, Kevin Love, David Lee, Zebo, and Al Jefferson. How about making them both?
Well, when you're trailing by as many as 18, which the Lakers have, you can't afford to miss very much.
All right, you're almost back to within touch now. 10-80-70, and you're feeling good about yourself. Powell's going to come in. Got 2:58 remaining. Here in the 3rd quarter, we're live at Staples Center. Bobcats, Lakers.
Walker's the guy. This is the guy they've got to control.
So big on little over Dwight Howard, who went out and put a hand in his face. Who else but world peace? Rebound. Morris. Kick it. MWP. Pass it up. Kobe won't. It's a pinball underneath, and it finds the hands of Mullins. Sessions pushes. We saw this last year. It's kicked out of bounds. Bobcats will have it. 2:29
That's the second play that looked like it went off the leg of Ramon Sessions. The first one, they threw the ball out of bounds. They said Kobe touched it, and he didn't. This one, they said the Lakers touched it last, and it looked like it rolled down the leg of Sessions.
Certainly did, didn't it? Even by looking at the replay.
Now with Dwight going out, you got to protect the rim, Powell, because here comes Kemba.
Trying to work on Morris. Haywood. Certainly not an offensive machine. That's a bad pass by Mullins. They've got 5 on the shot clock.
Now you don't foul, though.
Yeah, he's out 40 feet. Walker still, he might do it again. He did it again. That's 2 possessions in the last couple of minutes where Walker completely mismanaged the clock.
Yeah, give Darius Morris a little credit there, though. He was hounding Kemba Walker to the nth degree. And Kemba was trying to dance when he should have just gone ahead and left the party.
Again, what an up and down year it's been for Darius. Coming off of that career high. You know, he had that slump just a week or so ago where he didn't play in 1 game and was scoreless in 3 games. So he's back in the good graces. This is a foul out on top. It's on Haywood. It's his 3rd, but it's free throws.
Yeah, but he was holding Powell. They're not. Kobe shouldn't be at the line.
No, it's Powell.
Yeah, it should be Powell.
Yeah. Well, Gasol is 1 for 2 from the line, Stu. He's got only 5 points, 2 for 9 from the floor in his comeback after missing 16 days and 8 games.
The Lakers have to get out of this quarter down by no more than 6 or so. As Powell misses yet another free throw.
Lakers as a team right around their average for the year. In fact, just about right on it. They're 68-4 tonight, 68-7 for the year. Powell makes it. All right, 9-point deficit, 2 minutes to play, 3rd quarter.
Now with Walker out, they got to keep Sessions out of the middle.
Ramon will move to the outside. Here's Gordon. He's instant offense. Won a 6th man of the year in 2005.
When they throw it to Brendan Haywood, everybody should play denial and make Brendan Haywood do what he did.
Oh, that's just a good effort
Pushing
by the kid Taylor.
He's calling a foul.
That's going to be on the Lakers.
On Powell.
So 1 on 3, and Taylor got the basketball, and Powell picked up the personal.
Did look like a little bit of a push there as Brendan Haywood misses the shot, but good effort by Taylor. And as he's going out of bounds, you see Powell's left hand on his hip.
So the Vandy rookie Taylor really helps on the defensive end. Gordon, stop and shoot. That's what he can do. He had 8 threes in a game versus Portland this year, which set a Charlotte franchise record. Also had 7 in a game against Atlanta, so he'll shoot you in or out of it. Kobe, a little flat on that one. Mullins has rebound number 9 on the evening. Lakers down by 11 with a minute to play. Gordon, throw it back out to Mullins. Oh, stolen by World Peace, the left hand of the law. Here he goes. That's a blocking foul on Mullins.
That's 4 fouls on Mullins. They should make sure they substitute and change their matchups. They shouldn't have Mullins out there with World Peace. If World Peace is going to be guarding him, do something else, because World Peace is causing him nothing but nightmares as he gets another steal, goes to the line, see if he can get this lead back under 10.
10 steals now in the last 2 3/4 games for MWP. See the nose still bleeding, a little bit of a fighter. World Peace hits the free throw. 82-72. It was an 18-point lead. The Lakers have led by as many as 11 in this game. Who's trying to keep the losses from piling up. They're third in the Pacific, 7.5 back.
When you go from up 11 to down 18, obviously the math says that's a 29-point switch, and you just can't have swings like that if you're going to call yourself a good team.
11-2 is the run, so the Lakers, it's their turn to streak. Gordon got to get out on him, no matter where he is on the floor. He's hit a couple. He just passed 10,000 career points recently. 2 times he's averaged 20 points in a season. Here's Kobe. Kick it. Meeks, go ahead and take it. Yeah, he hesitated. Got out of rhythm, and he knows it.
Yeah. He's a catch-shoot guy. He caught that one, and maybe he didn't have complete control of it, but he hesitated a bit, and that's almost like a break rhythm kind of a shot for Jody, and came up a little dry.
Powell on the free throw line, 50% tonight. He's played 23 minutes. So much of a spotlight is on Gasol and the question of what will the future hold for the Lakers, and Powell himself, everything on hold till Nash comes back to see how it meshes then, and that's going to be soon. All right, back in the game, Reggie Williams, and Haywood goes out, so they'll go a little smaller here.
Well, that's an offensive substitution there with only 31 seconds in the quarter. They put in a better offensive player. You don't have 2 bigs out there that aren't a threat offensively.
Powell, yes. 84-75, half a minute. Shot clock's about 7 ahead of the game clock. Meeks is going to have to dig in on defense. Now Gordon. Double team way out on top. Gordon trapped, throws it away. So the Laker pressure causes a turnover.
Well, I tell you, the Bobcats, though, in this third quarter have had like 4 possessions where their guards have not handled it very well at all.
Okay, another substitution. Now defense for offense. Kid Gilchrist back in. Here come the Lakers. Shot clock is off. Can they edge ever closer? They're down 9. They've cut that 18-point lead in half. Kobe going one-on-one. Working on the kid. Kobe gets him in the air, gets the whistle, gets the free throws with .9 remaining.
I guess it's harder than I thought to be that disciplined defensively. Kobe picks up his dribble, does a pivot, and you still bail him out with trying to go for the block. That's just beyond me. That's the kind of a play that'll drive coaches crazy, and that's not a far trip.
To drive them crazy.
Yeah, you've got to be half crazy to want to coach in the first place.
Absolutely. 18 points for Bryant, league leader. Makes the free throw. 14 30-point games, 3 40-point games this year.
Well, the Lakers will have the first possession of the fourth quarter. If Kobe makes this, they'll be trailing by 7. With 0.9 to play in the quarter, I don't think the Lakers will make a big enough blunder to give up points here.
Well, Stu, they got it down almost to where you wanted it to be.
Yeah. I said around 6.
Yep.
And they've got it to 7.
Around 6.
So they've got it down to 7 heading into the final 12 minutes of play. But show me that you really want it. You can't play in spurts like the Lakers have been playing. Go ahead to the fourth, trailing 84-77.
Trying to climb that mountain. Mike Trudell, you were listening to the huddle.
They really praised the defense of the younger players, Meeks and Morris, pressuring the ball all over the place. Charlotte only scored 4 points in the final 5 minutes. A lot of that was due to that pressure D.
Powell all the way. That's the old Gasol right there. Getting aggressive. Little one-handed glide in for a layup.
Yeah, that was a gift, though. Mullins has 4 fouls. Didn't want to pick up the 5th, so basically opened the door, and Powell stepped through it.
Well, go ahead and take advantage. Keep knocking on that door. He's going to play defense like that. Mullins again from 18, short. Come back in the works. Here we go. Now the crowd getting back into it. 84-79. It's a 5-point game. Lakers bounce pass, ball movement, Meeks, corner, world peace. Stop there for a moment. Now they'll post up with Powell. Oh, great gift to world peace. Perfect play. Timeout.
That's the one thing that Powell will always bring to the table. The ability to make a good pass on simple plays and sometimes make a good play on great plays. I mean, it's just a simple give and go, but he starts the quarter off with a drive to the basket, and Mullins says, here, let me get out of your way. Then they come back down, and world peace says, I'm going to give it to you. You give it back to me, and I'll score a layup. We're down by 3. That's what's left here in the fourth. And the Lakers are down by only 3 now after trailing by 18. Our Carl's cam shows Powell's last couple of plays. One, a drive to the basket, and then the assist, just a handoff to the cutting world peace. And that puts the score where it is right now.
All right, here come the Lakers, down by only 3 now, shooting 39%. They're still 1 possession away. Gordon. World Peace climbs the ladder and gets the rebound. World Peace off the bench tonight, 15 points, 5 boards, and of course numerous steals. 19-4 run right now, Stu. They're back in it, in control for the tie. Kobe misses and Mullins rebounds. Mullins now has a double-double, 13 and 10. Kemba Walker to Mullins. He misses the 3. Bryant secures the rebound, surveying the floor as he instructs and quarterbacks with Morris. Dwight will be in when it's dead. Morris, kick it, wide open Meeks. That's a catch and shoot. In rhythm, we're tied at 84.
See what happens when he just catches it and shoots it? He's one of the most rhythmic shooters in the game.
There's your 22-4 run. Do the math. They were down 18. Strip, world peace again. What a genius on the defensive end.
From? Mullins. It's a bad matchup for Mullins.
Kobe all the way. Count it! And the foul!
Yeah, Kobe's got him fired up. Teammates going over, high-fiving each other. Don't put yourselves in this position as Kobe turns the corner, gets the contact, off the glass, count the basket. The Lakers have a chance to go up by 3 as Kobe going to the line to complete the 3-point play.
So Howard back in the game, 86-84. So the crowd that was certainly letting the Lakers know their feelings a little while ago, up on their feet now.
It was 80-64. If my memory serves.
It was even worse than that. It was
I know,
an 18
I do remember the 80-64.
You just remember 80-64.
And then I look up and they have 84.
Yeah. Bryant. So you got to give credit on the defensive end too, obviously. During this run, offense back in sync. 14-0 run. Any way you want to tweak the numbers. Lakers now lead it 87-84. Bobcats are reeling. Henderson, he can't hit. Biombo had it, lost it. Who else?
World Peace just took it from him.
The man is everywhere. MWP off the bench tonight, 27 minutes. He fires it up. Ramon Sessions, weak side rebound. Ultra quick, you know he's going to the basket. It's off his leg, Laker ball.
But that's where Sessions is at his best, though. When you've got semi-transition and you're running back and bigs are running back, he utilizes them as screens, and he's very clever at that. Lakers fortunate to get a hand on that one and force the turnover.
This is Michael Jordan's team. I think most of you realize that. The front office track record from MJ, though, is 180 from his playing career. He's not really had the Midas touch when it comes to making the right decisions. Here's Bryant working one-on-one with Henderson. Corner. Morris launches. Yes! Kobe gets the assist. Morris gets the three. Time out. Listen to the crowd.
Well, again, it all boils down to making shots, obviously. But they also get boiled down to stopping the opposition from making some shots. Lakers only shooting 41% from the field. Bobcats at 44, but the second half, especially since midway through the third quarter, it's been all Lakers as they now go up by 16. That's a 24-point swing, trailing by 18.
You're right. 28-4 run. You're such better, more better. You're a better mathematician than I am.
It's just amazing to me how this team feels that they don't have to play with a sense of urgency all the time. I mean, some of the reason why they're sub 500 is they don't play with that focus of urgency all the time. This is the NBA. You better bring it every night.
This one's far from over, but you really have to bring it Saturday at Oracle. The Golden State Warriors, one of the great stories of the early part of the year. Mark Jackson's done in his second season. They're playing great basketball, and they're way ahead of the Lakers right now in the standings. They get him up there on Saturday.
I'm wondering if they're going to, no, they ring him out for a high screen. He should post up. Mullen should post up. Stay away from the perimeter as long as World Peace is there.
Kemba Walker attacking again. That's a nice pull-up. Instead of going all the way, Kemba just stopped and popped from about 10 feet. And that ends their long drought.
Now it's up to the Lakers to put him in another drought.
Getting knocked down as Henderson ran into D12. Howard tripled. They're running the floor. Walker all the way. Good pass to Biombo. Biombo wasn't ready for it. Just wild under there as Meeks tackles him. That's going to be free throws for Biombo.
And that's the one thing that'll get the Bobcats back in the game is turnovers. You know, you got to go down and get shot attempts. And that turnover led to some run out, and now free throws coming to Biombo.
You know, Mike Trudell mentioned it right at the start of the game, who the odd man out may be. Jordan Hill is hurt with the back spasms, but Antoine Jamison, remember, it was just about a week or so ago, he was starting and contributing and scoring. And he has not seen action tonight. Biombo way short with that free throw. For your chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Lakers game, text the word tickets from your handset device to 525-377. That's 525-377. It's brought to you by Verizon Wireless, official wireless provider of the Lakers. 2 missed free throws, Biombo.
And as long as Biombo's out there, that's a guy that if he gets it in the post, you can take that foul.
Score!
Darius Morris on the turn.
Boy, what a last couple of games it's been for the Windward High School product. Underneath, again, Howard was there. Henderson's going to attack. Whoa! He throws it down. Henderson. Wow!
I thought it was against the rules to use the trampoline. I thought you had to do that during the timeouts with the stunt crew. Henderson acted like he was on a trampoline and just elevated and hammered one. That's getting up and throwing it down.
He knew Dwight was there. Just in case Dwight was going to give any resistance, there's no way that he was going to be denied. What a highlight slam by Gerald Henderson. 92-89. 7.5 to go. Picked by Howard. Foul by Howard. stuck out his hip. 5 fouls on Dwight.
I said about the turnovers. That'll get a team back in the game.
Yeah,
and they're in the game.
Yeah, and that counts as one. Lakers just got to double figures though in turnovers, 10. But now's the time to really play clean basketball. Walker from outside. Gibson comes out.
Ooh, talk about getting tapped.
Now Meeks will bring it front court. 92-89. Meeks for 3. Same thing, so they both turnabout is fair play, says the rim. When the games have been close this year, Charlotte has won more than they've lost. Here's Walker spinning as he got the loose basketball. Well, Kemba's doing a lot of talking with the officials. Just about every single
telling him
time.
that he's getting fouled on the shots, but the more you complain, the less the officials look for it.
Yeah, games of 4 points or less. Charlotte's 6-2 this season. So despite their poor record, when it's close, they seem to find a way to win. Momentum now again has switched to them, and Walker has been the catalyst. Well, he throws that one up, hoping for the whistle, and he got it.
You know, Lakers just led by, what, 6 or so, and now all of a sudden they're going to be down by 1 with 2 free throws coming to Kemba Walker. Right now it's a 92-91 Laker lead, but Kemba 2 for 2 so far in the game.
Kemba Walker, top 20 in assists, top 5 in steals, averages over 18 points a game. Oh, misses badly. Walker, 28 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. He only has 1 double-double this year. I think he might have more than that, leading this team in assists and in points.
Mike D'Antoni takes out Dwight Howard, 6:29 to play with those 5 fouls, trying to buy a couple of minutes.
There's 7-2 cat run. Missed them both. Chased down by Morris. They're going down like bowling pins. And it's 2 of the big players, Kobe and Meta, but they're up and okay. Bryant faked the lob to Powell. Now Kobe with 8 on the shot clock, backing in. He's in the paint, so he's going to have to shoot. Can't score. Powell trying to get that offensive rebound. Can't.
You see the transition, the open court, guards handling the ball.
This is for the lead. Gasol rebound.
That's where the Bobcats want to be, in the open court, in transition.
That's how they can beat this Laker team. That's the game plan. Ball movement, side to side, quickly. Stops in the corner. Now they post. Oh, good pass by Powell. Back to Darius. Now 6 on the clock.
They got issues.
Got to realize it. Out of bounds, 2.2. So at least they'll get it out of bounds with an able to set up.
Well, with 2.2, they're not going to be able to get a real good look probably, as the Bobcats with 5:38 to play on an exciting play by Henderson. Have closed to within 1, 92, where not a lot of people thought it would be a 1-point game halfway through the 4th quarter, but that's where we find ourselves, and with only 2.2 on the clock, you know they're going to Kobe. If you're Charlotte, you make sure it goes to somebody else.
Meeks will take it out into Kobe. Corner 3 to beat the clock. You knew it. Everybody knew it. They still couldn't stop him.
Amazes me.
Bryant, huge 3.
Why didn't they double him up?
Yeah, he's got 26 in the game now. 5 Lakers in double figures, so good balance there. They had 6 the other night. They don't get out on Mullins. Offensive rebound, Henderson. And Henderson is fouled. That'll be team foul number 4 on the Lakers, so they're out, and Kobe picks up the foul.
You got 2.2. The leading scorer gets it and shoots it. I mean, this guy has a history of doing just that. You got to know that. Tell your guys, look, overplay makes somebody else be the catch-shoot player.
Bryant, 50% from the field tonight. Decent numbers, too. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Here comes Kemba Walker, completely taking charge. Mullins, he's not shy about taking it.
And foul Biyombo
is fouled. That's just, what's that for Biyombo? 3 or 4? It's 4 for Biyombo.
Well, if you're the Lakers, you hope it's not many so he stays on the floor. Not a good free throw shooter. You can always utilize that down the stretch.
Yeah, I can imagine that going the other way. Morris will bring it up. That's 2 team fouls on the Bobcats, the 7 and 16 Bobcats. I remember 3 years ago they made the playoffs with Larry Brown and guys like Ray Felton and Gerald Wallace and Kobe. Gonna get a bounce? Not this time. And Mullins, who's already had his double-double, gets his 12th rebound. Lamont Sessions. Henderson, under 5 minutes to play. They leave him alone, but Meta comes back to strip it. We got a whistle, out of bounds.
Yeah, he stepped on the line. But did you see how they ran away from Henderson?
And all of a sudden left him alone. And it wasn't for Meta's great defense.
Talk about being on a different page defensively. Good recovery by World Peace to prevent an easy deuce.
Well, World Peace didn't start, but he still played 32 minutes, and he's in at the end. Remember, it was Ebanks who started. Walker from another county. Oh, Mullins, because Powell couldn't control it. Now he does. Powell was tapping it, couldn't get it.
Why tap it? You got to grab it.
Mullins had an opportunity. Out of control. Morris. Count it. No basket? What are they calling?
Offensive foul.
Yeah, I thought they did.
Yeah, it ran him over.
I thought they did. I was waiting for the call. I missed the original call.
Waited too long to even attempt to change direction. You got to fake like you're going to your right or fake like you're going to the left, and the defender has to shift. And then if there's any contact, it automatically becomes a block.
Yeah, he had a one-track mind coming down the floor, did Morris. Got out of control a little bit. Probing now and getting pushed by Gasol was Walker. Kick out to the open man, Sessions. He'll attack, go to the rim, and score. It's a 2-point game. Lakers lead just under 4 minutes to play.
Well, they keep getting the Lakers stretched out defensively. Any kind of dribble penetration, and then you start matching up differently, and they're opening up the lane.
17 off the bench for Sessions. That's just another night for him. He's been doing that with regularity. Kobe's starting to shoot and missing that one.
That wasn't a good shot attempt.
No, that time they took it out of the offense. Kobe took it by himself. Now Sessions doing it again over Powell. Rebound tipped in by Biyombo. Well, he was just trying to keep it alive, I think, and somehow it went in the basket.
He kept it alive, all right.
Kept it alive right down the cylinder. We are tied at 95. Clank. So 5 ties, 6 lead changes. Each team has owned a double-digit lead and let it get away. Dwight Howard will be in at a whistle. Right down the stretch. Sessions moving in, hit it to Mullins. They've only got 4 on the clock, so that means Henderson's going to shoot. Good screen by Powell. See how the Lakers do in the half court. Bryant's going to attack, pushed, and fouled.
With that foul, we've got a timeout. So in essence, we've got a 2-minute and 36-second game. And this is going to be interesting. The Lakers and the Bobcats tied. Game is, and I just got to give it to Meta World Peace. Offensively, what has he done? Well, 15 points. Knocked down big shots. He's got 6 rebounds. Played good defense to the point of 4 steals. The Lakers as a team have 6. He has 4 of the 6. So Meta World Peace, our Subway sub it again.
Let's give the Laker defense a little bit of credit. Charlotte 5 for 20 in the quarter. Got to give some of that to the Laker defense. Dwight is back in. You know, he has 9 offensive rebounds this evening. Dwight Howard.
If we're going to give the Laker defense some credit, we better give the Bobcats defense a lot of credit.
Well, we should.
They're holding the Lakers to 39%.
Well, go ahead and give him some. Here's Bryant. Puts his man in the air. Dangerous pass, World Peace. Falling, scoring! Boy, just drifting right. World Peace throws it in. Lakers lead again 97-95. So our sub of the game has 2 more.
If they called that on Dwight.
He's out.
If they called it on Dwight. No, they
number 15.
World Peace.
World Peace has 4.
Looked like they did a hack of Biyombo. But that last basket by World Peace. A little bit of contact, but he's one of the best drifting shooters in the NBA. What I mean by drifting, not jumping straight up and coming straight back down.
Biyombo, after missing a couple badly, hits that one.
He missed 4 badly.
Well, the last 2 I remember.
Yeah. You're absolutely
What have you
right.
done for me lately?
Well, lately he's looked real good.
Yeah, real right through. Biyombo, he's been averaging 9 boards in his last 7. He's got 11 tonight and 2 big-time free throws. That ties it up again at 97. So yeah, the Lakers tied with Charlotte late. I mean late, 2:09 to go. Kobe, Lakers looking for their 3rd win in a row. Bryant again, rising, missing. Oh, Mullins had it, let go through his fingertips because he was being harassed by MWP, who will take it under the basket with a fresh 24.
Mullins came up a little bit gimpy on that play. I don't know if he's trying to stay in, which he does.
He's got the 4 personals. Henderson has 5 fouls guarding Kobe. Morris, he's going to attack the basket, goes around all the way. There's Biyombo to block it.
Yeah,
And more importantly, they kept it in.
Yeah, Darius showed him that one real early.
Biyombo just under 2 blocks a game. Number 1 on this team, Henderson, little double clutch. Oh, that was right on the rim. And the Lakers take it. Got a minute and a half to play, 97 all.
Next basket may win.
Bryant, he wants to shoot it too. Kobe all the way, put it up and in!
Boy, Kobe looks around like, and I can't go to the free throw line?
Lakers lead.
Don't you know who I'm the NBA's leading scorer. I can't get to the free throw line?
I've been doing this for 17 years. Give me a break.
They don't care. Number 24, you got to get it like the rest. Earn it. Off the dribble, change on Henderson, and takes it up, throws it in. And with 1:26 to play, Lakers only have a 2-point lead.
After all those games on the road, a little sluggish to start this home encounter. You see Kobe, great body control, and keeps it away. 10 straight games that the Cats have allowed at least 113 of 14. That would be a good sign for the Lakers, but now they got to play defense.
Yeah.
The purple and gold with Meeks, World Peace, Morris, Howard, Kobe.
See, Sessions will trigger it. They got Kemba Walker in the corner.
Guarded by Morris is Kemba Walker. Sessions on the ball. Better World Peace showing out on top. Sessions will attack. Kick, you talked about Mullins outside. Step in mid-range. He knew it was short, so he's battling for it, and Howard has the rebound for the Lakers.
When you talk about short-arming a shot, that barely got to the rim.
Minute to play. Kobe backing in. Up by 2. Bryant in control. Shoots. Scores!
Now you definitely protect against the three-point plays.
7 games in a row with at least 30 points
That
for
should
Bryant.
be goaltending.
That's what everybody on Charlotte
that's goaltending.
And they're probably, after they confer, they are going to give him the basket.
That's goaltending. The ball hit the backboard.
So the basket counts.
From my angle, it looked like Sessions threw it up. It hit the backboard, then was touched after the whistle. They're going to review it.
Under 2 minutes to play. They'll take a look at it. You saw it immediately. Everybody on the Bobcat team immediately was signaling basket. So we'll review it and we'll take a look at it right before the officials do.
Once it touches the glass, you can't touch it.
And Dwight did.
Yeah. That should be goaltending.
The ruling on the floor is a personal foul against.
And there's a foul, so the foul, it could be a 3-point opportunity.
The one thing I just said, that you protect against a 3-point play or 3-point basket, because even if they scored a deuce, they're going to probably, be a little leery about it. But now with a 1-point game, if they make the free throw, now you're really into it.
Watch it, but right there, the touch changes direction, pretty easy to see. But again, the officials always seem to take a little bit longer when they're looking at something that we can pretty clearly see there.
Well, if you look at the rotation on the ball,
yeah, just look at it.
The ball's spinning one way, and then all of a sudden it
right
starts spinning a different way. It normally means that it was touched.
Really no other explanation. All right, so this should be a 3-point opportunity. The ruling on the court is a foul, a basket. They did count it with the goaltend, but they're just making sure now on the replay 101.99 as of the moment. Basket counts, and here comes a shot.
That should have been a short replay or review.
The officials have called goaltending for the basket.
Who's the foul on?
Should be on Jody Meeks.
Yep. Kobe and Meeks conferring. All right, here's Sessions. This could be a one-point game. As a team tonight, Bobcats have only shot 61%. But now the crowd will let them hear it. Of course, they've never made a free throw miss, but hopefully they can do their part. Rahman knocks it through with the Thunder sticks behind him. 1-point game under a minute to play. Lakers have the lead and the ball. And Kobe with control. Henderson on him. Gonna get a pick from Howard.
Taking too much time.
Now they had a foul to give.
Why would they give it there?
I don't know, but they did. So it's out of bounds. Biombo has 5 fouls now. 32.5 in the game, 14 on the shot clock. Bryant. Lakers nursing, 1-point advantage. Bryant, right wing, fall away, jumper, no good. World Peace got a hand on it, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go to Charlotte, and they can shoot the last shot of the game. The shot clock has been put to bed, and they can win it with a make. Historically, it's been well documented. This team has given the Lakers trouble, although the Lakers have won the last 2. All right, Stu, Mullins will take it out.
Well,
Walker should get the ball.
Yeah, and they do a good thing. They bring in another shooter. They bring in Ben Gordon, so they're going to put it in the hands of Kemba Walker, drive, and if he has one, he'll take it. Otherwise, drive and kick.
10 in the game. Walker's going to drive all the way, blocked, rebound, Henderson doesn't score. Mullins battling underneath, a scramble, it's loose, Gordon for the win. No! Lakers hang on!
How did they miss those layups? How did Henderson miss the layup? Let me tell you right now, the Lakers are very, very happy about this W, but they are very, very upset at their performance, and they should be.
A thrill for the crowd, but way closer than you wanted. Here's that last wild sequence, and you're right, watch Henderson come in. How does this miss?
I mean, he has basically an uncontested layup.
Then Mullins couldn't get control, and Gordon.
Well, Gordon just flung it up there.
A flail at the end. Really interested to see what Kobe thought about this game and effort tonight. Here's Mike.
Guys, with Kobe Bryant, things got a little bit crazy down the stretch there. Just describe that last possession. How close did that ball go to going in?
Real close. And I was getting my hands ready to call a timeout.
Well, on the other end, you did score the final 4 points to give yourself a lead. Rahman had that and one. What did you do to pull it out on the stretch on the other end?
Well, you know, the important thing is that we got some stops. You know, we got to drop down by a big margin, and then we finally got our act together and start playing some defense.
It was an 18-point deficit in that third quarter. I know you weren't pleased with what was happening on either end. Some of the young guys, Morris and Meeks, seem to pick you up defensively on the perimeter.
Well, that's what our crew should do. You know, coming in off the bench, you know, they really change the tempo of the game. You know, pick up the energy. You know, cause havoc out there, and I think that'll be their identity.
You got Pau Gasol back tonight. Steve Nash hopes to be back in the next couple games. Kobe's things starting to hopefully try to get into a rhythm. What are you trying to see now in the next couple of weeks?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're just trying to build it a little bit, step by step. You know, Pau was good to have him back out there. He just got to kind of get his game rhythm down, which you will. And, you know, we get a little Gatsby back, and we'll be ready to roll.
So the bottom line for you tonight, even when things weren't going well, you had to do whatever it had to take to get a victory. You said it started on the defensive end, and then you had to close it out.
We just had to grind it out. You know, I think it was a big lesson for us. But, you know, we managed to stick together. We could have folded the tent. But we didn't. We stuck together and played hard.
Kobe's 7th straight game at 30 points. The only player over 34 years of age to do that in the league history. I know that's not your focus right now, but scoring the ball well, what's going on with the rhythm on offense?
Well, you know, we're just moving the ball, and I'm just being aggressive, looking for opportunities also to keep guys involved. And, you know, just hoping this Benjamin Button thing doesn't wear off.
All right, Kobe Bryant, we appreciate the time, man. Guys, that's Kobe Bryant, 30 more points in a tight one here at Staples Center.
Yeah, aging in reverse, the Benjamin Button thing, playing like a kid. Star performer, Stu.
Well, that's an easy call for me. The star performer tonight, basically on that shot right there, becomes Kobe Bryant. As he just, again, 30 points, 7 straight, as they talked about during the interview there. But not a game that Kobe and the team should be very, very happy about. I mean, sure, happy about the win, but wow, did they escape. You talk about the great escape. That's what this one was, as Mullins has it slip out of his hands, and then Ben Gordon just threw it up, hoping and praying.
Well, Charlotte shoots 6 for 26 in the fourth, and the Lakers survive. For Stu and Mike, I'm Bill McDonald saying so long from Staples. 101-100, Lakers win. Make sure to catch our next telecast. It's Saturday. We'll be in the Bay Area, the Warriors and the Lakers at 7:30. Let's check in with the studio for Access Sportsnet Lakers, presented by your Southern California Hyundai dealer.